The mighty Greek fleet had crossed stormy seas to reach the golden shores of Troy. They came not just for conquest, but for honor, vengeance, and immortality. At the center of their army stood a man whose very name struck terror into hearts, Achilles, son of the sea goddess Thetis, and the greatest warrior the world had ever seen. Achilles was more than human, swift as wind, fierce as the storm. Clad in armor that gleamed like fire, he led the Greek change with unstoppable fury. Everywhere his spear pointed, death followed. No Trojan could match his strength, his skill, or his rage. The Greeks pressed forward, winning battle after battle. The fields outside Troy ran red with blood. The Trojans had no choice but to retreat behind their towering stone walls. But even the walls could not hide the fear they felt when they heard Achilles' war cry echoing across the battlefield. Yet, even the strongest army is vulnerable, not from outside, but from within. Pride and power struggled for control in the Greek ranks. Agamemnon, the high king and commander, made a grave mistake. He insulted Achilles, stealing from him a prize of war, the maiden Briseis. To Achilles, this was more than a personal loss. It was a deep wound to his honor. Burning with rage, Achilles made a fateful decision. He would no longer fight for Greeks. Let them taste defeat without him, he said. Let them beg for his return. And so Achilles withdrew to his tent, laying down his weapons and sealing the fate of Greeks. With Achilles gone, the tide of war shifted. Prince Hector, the pride of Troy, seized the moment. Strong, wise, and brave, Hector reared his forces. The Trojans burst from their gates like a roaring river, sweeping the Greeks back to their ships. For the first time since landing, the Greeks tasted fear. The Trojans set fire to the Greek fleet, their only way home. Flames lit up in the night sky, painting it red blood. Without Achilles, even the bravest Greek heroes fell one by one. The gods watched from above, some smiling, some weeping. Inside his tent, Achilles heard the cries of dying men. His pride urged him to stay silent. But deep inside, another voice whispered, "You were born for greatness. Will you let your brothers perish while you sit in anger?" A storm was brewing, not just outside, but within Achilles' heart. The fate of Troy and the fate of Achilles were now bound together in ways neither could escape. But tragedy was near, and when Achilles would finally rise again, the world would tremble. The wrath of godlike man would shake the walls of Troy to their very foundations. In our next episode, a heartbreaking loss will awaken a monster inside Achilles, and nothing will be able to stop him. So prepare for episode 3. The death of a hero. Thank you.